And then down here it's going to say you're dropping frame rates. Frame rates can be dropped in the video just from off of your audio. That's crazy. You can drop frame rates on the video off of bad audio. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. They're going to see it on the screen like, damn, this nigga came back fast with that motion. This nigga came back fast with that motion. He came back fast with that motion. Y'all said y'all wanted the Norbes case. Y'all said y'all wanted the Norbes case. There we go. Let me just roll up and get my shit situated so I can take care of my motherfucking... Listen. So I can take care of my Spanish baby mama. I have a Spanish baby mama. I don't think I ever told y'all. I don't speak to y'all about my baby mama. I don't even like talking like that. Y'all not gonna talk like that. But that's how I have to say it. My Spanish baby mama. I didn't tell y'all about her. She's my best kept secret. See how Hove waited until Beyonce was getting married, and then he said, you know what? The reason why I never wanted to tell y'all nothing is because every time something good is going on in a person's life, even those around you that say they want to be happy aren't truly happy. So we decided to tell y'all when we was getting married, exactly when we get married, not any day, anything sooner. And then he said, sometimes people aren't as happy for you as they say they are. So I'm keeping this secret close to me. But now y'all know. Thank you. And that was it. I was like, oh, this nigga's smart. And this nigga is smart. You got to keep some things close to you. The most precious things. Even when you want to tell the world, you got to keep it close. Because sometimes motherfuckers will fuck it up. They say they happy for you, but they not. It's always a conflict of interest. In life, there's conflicts of interest. Not just contracts. Not just contracts and work. In life. But give me a second, y'all. Just let me finish this blunt. I'm sealing it. This one got a vein in it, trying to give me a problem. Oh my God, this was a good seal. I'm proud of myself, y'all. Just get better and better with these. Okay. So, here we go. Where you at? We're going to break down this Norbes case, man. Norbes is going to do it. We're going to break down this right here. Let me see. Let me get into here for y'all. Alright, here we go. There we go. The Supreme Court of the state of New York County. Right? Diagoberto Vele. Diagoberto Vele. I don't know. I gotta ask Norbes, how do you pronounce your name? I gotta text him and ask him that. Maybe I should text him now. Maybe I should text Norbes now. Norbes, how do you pronounce your name? I can't be talking about these court cases. And I don't have the proper pronunciation. That's how they say it in English? Hi, Mrs. Maslonic. She's my favorite English teacher. The proper pronunciation. Miss Maslonic and Mrs. McCormick. Aha! I had two Micks. I had a McCormick for English and a McHalpin for participation in government. Hello? Do y'all remember high school? I do. Do y'all remember high school? I remember. So now, Troy Mitchell, aka Smack, you know, with court cases, they give you guys these government names, so it ain't no running from nothing. You are who you are. You are who you are. There's no running from nothing. Don't worry about my assassin. She's like, oh my goodness. You guys, I know y'all looking like, ooh, who is that? We want to get a better view, but due to the great quality and build of this camera, I can blur my background out. So you're just seeing a really light face. You're like, we got to see what that face is, but all you see is this. Boom. We're going to get back to this. So with these court cases, they give out the government names. For y'all who are sitting here watching this and don't know, right? We see this is New York Supreme Court. They give you the index number so you can go and review the case for yourself. If need be, please take notice that attached is a true and correct copy of the decision and order dated March 22nd. This decision is for the URL putting in a motion to dismiss. This is the result. Give me a second. This is the result from that motion to dismiss. Make sure y'all share the broadcast too. I'm about to. I know a few people said they wanted to see this, so pardon me. Let me. Like that, my man, I gotta share it. Just pardon me, y'all. I'm just sharing it. A lot of people said they wanted to see it, so I just want to make sure I put everybody on and give them the information that they need. Give me 1 second. Oh, matter of fact, let me send this to Norbes too. Send this to Norbes. Why not? Here, Norbes. Let me send it to you too. Send this to Norbes. Make sure y'all share this because I'm sharing it with everybody before I even. It's a few, like I said, a few people who said they want to see this, they want to know about it, and I'm not gonna have time to break every single thing down to them later. So I'd rather just give it to them now, so they have the opportunity to just get the link, and that's it. Who else is it? Keep it 1,000. Alright. Okay. Back. Here we go. So now, here we go. So once again, this court case was based on this decision, right? Was based on a motion to dismiss, right? There's a there's a decision plus the order on the motion, right? So Honorable Barry R. Ostringer, the court heard oral argument on defendant's pre-answer motion to dismiss via Microsoft Teams on March 17th, right? This action arises out of an alleged oral agreement to form a partnership. The complaint alleges 16 causes of action. I read those 16 causes. I'll read them for you again. I did that in the previous live. I'll read it for you again. Give me a second. These causes are 1, wrongful dissolution, 2, misrepresentation, 3, negligent misrepresentation, 4, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of oral joint venture of partnership agreement, breach of the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, promissory estoppel, unjust enrichment, quantum Meru, equitable accounting, violation of the right of publicity, which is the New York Civil Rights Law, Section 51, 12, conversion. 13 is defamation. 14 is declaratory relief, which will determine the existence of partnership. 15 is declaratory relief of the dissolution by decree of court. And 16 is declaratory relief plaintiff's right to a partnership's property, which are all of these claims, all 16 of these claims actually are meritable for this case. These actually all hold merit. And you'll see why once you get further into the court case. Norbes has a really good team of individuals working for him. I know the URL. They got Viacom and Fox behind them, so of course they have lawyers. I don't know how well these lawyers are serious about this case as far as taking it and seeing if they lost already, because a lot of times lawyers will look at your case and they can look at the synopsis of everything and just tell just from eye, oh yeah, you lost this already, but they'll take your money. So but anyway, Defendant Ultimate Rap League LLC is a limited liability company organized under the laws of the state of New York City. URL hosts a cappella rap battles, including live events and pay-per-view online content, as well as streaming content. So, we already know what the complaint alleges. The complaint is they not only disqualified me, but they're saying that I am not part of the company. The LLC was formed while he was working with the company, but his name is not on the LLC. He needs compensation. Plaintiff was approached by defendants to be a partner and to form what would become the Ultimate Rap League. Okay? The complaint acknowledges that plaintiff never received a contract in writing for the plethora of services that he was providing to the Ultimate Rap League. He never received a written contract for employment or an employment agreement. Nothing. Let me get to the decision for you guys. Standard on motion to dismiss. Okay, so because they're gonna give you everything. Sometimes I hate law when it comes to these cases, and you're going looking up these case files because they're literally explaining to you why. Before they give you the exact motion, they tell you this is the standard of how we're supposed to break down the motion, and then they give you the motion. So let me just run through this for you guys real quick. Okay. Complaint fails to allege the existence of a partnership. Okay. So where are we at? Okay, page 2. Let's get into the juice of everything. Standard on a motion dismissed, the court must. Okay, so they're explaining to you the standard of a motion on how the court must move forward. Court must afford the pleading a liberation construction, accept the facts as alleged in the complaint as true, accord plaintiffs the benefit of every possible favor inference, and determine only whether the facts as alleged fit within any cognizable legal theory. So they just basically telling you the URL put in the motion to dismiss. They have to, as a court, justly hear both parties' side of the story and make sure that they give them ample ability to prove all of the evidence that is presented before the court. That's all they're telling you. They're giving them both a chance. So now, when you move further, the complaint fails to allege the existence of a partnership. Okay, boom. Now, this is where they shoot Norbes down. Give me 1 second. All right, so look, you guys. The complaint fails to allege the existence of a partnership. This is the part where the URL had some type of information, and their lawyer said, okay, cool. He's saying that our clients failed to add him to the LLC. He's alleging that our clients did business with him, and he doesn't have any proof of this. And this is what the court is saying. Yes, we understand that they're putting in a motion to dismiss, and we know about your complaint, but you don't have proof of an existing partnership. And this is where the courts will say, well, show us why you would believe that you were a partner in this company, right? So the formation of a partnership requires a shared purpose and knowing mutual assent by all parties to the partnership. A partnership is an association of 2 or more persons to carry on as co-owners a business for profit. Partnership law, section 10, right? No person can become a member of a partnership without the consent of all the partners. So that's kind of like saying, well, if they say that you weren't a partner, you weren't a partner. It's 3 against 1. If they're saying that there was no consent at all, verbal or written, oral or written agreement, then you're not a partner. And that's what they feel may kill Norbes' case for saying that they basically kind of like stiffed them and pushed them out of everything, right? But let me get to the next section. Pardon me. Okay, because this is basically breaking down. So all they're saying right there, I know you guys are like, oh, don't skip that, but all they're basically just breaking down all the reasons why Norbes wouldn't be a partner, right? Now, we could look at 1,000 different reasons why the URL might say, he wasn't a part of this company, even though a lot of the people who stood on lines, a lot of the people who went to events, both URL, both the big league events and the small stage events, people who even went to other battle leagues in New York and saw Norbes. We all know we saw Norbes. So this is why I'm trying to get to the part where we give you the information on what his team is presenting to show you why what they did was wrong and why his case is strong. Right? Plaintiff's breach of fiduciary duty and quasi-contract claims are sufficiently stated. All right? When they start talking about fiduciary duties, we're talking about finances. All right? A claim for breach of fiduciary duty exists when plaintiff alleges the existence of fiduciary duty owed, right? Money owed, right? A breach of that duty, number 2, and 3, resulting damages, which they tell you to refer to Jones versus Vorkanzia, which is another case, 125 AD. You can look at that 4th Department 2015 law. That was a case from 6 years ago, which is a very recent case, which is why this team that whoever Norbes' law team is a strong team, because they're not just going back 20. A lot of lawyers will do that. They'll go back into those classic cases. And don't get me wrong, in certain instances that is good to use in law, but in a situation of this nature where battle rap is being presented, a lot of states, I don't know, our Supreme Court wouldn't know what to do with a battle rap case. This is a case about a company about battle rappers. They don't understand how to deal with this case. So this is kind of fresh to them. So I feel that this team that is working with Norbes on his counters, on his information, all the evidence that they're presenting, they're using recent cases so that these judges that are dealing with this can have a fresh understanding of what is being presented before them, right? So here we go. Here, although plaintiff's claims are insufficient to support a finding of an oral partnership, plaintiff clearly had a close relationship with the individual defendants and worked with them on what appears to be a near daily basis for a decade. So they're saying that even though there's not enough information, even though that's what URL lawyers are saying, that Norbes doesn't have enough, he doesn't have enough information. Right? The defendants are saying that this man does not have enough information. Right? But now look, the complaint says the relationship with them was nearly a decade, a day in and day out relationship for almost 10 years. So how do you refute that, right? Now, we go further down. Indeed, the facts presented here are very similar to the facts this court analyzed in Pye vs. Blue Man, right? Plaintiff alleged that he had made a significant creative contribution to an entertainment group only to be left in the dark regarding the group's finances. They're using recent cases. You see what I'm saying? This was okay, so this case was from 10 years ago. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Pardon me. This case is from 2017. Plaintiff alleged that he had made significant creative contributions to an entertainment group only to be left in the dark regarding the group's finances and cut out of a more lucrative financial agreement or arrangement rather. So look, how they finagle this right here, right? URL, drop the app. URL, getting ready to do a big deal. We hearing about the deal. Drake's talking about the deal. Norbes gets fired. They seal the deal. Caffeine's first event. Come on. This is exactly what this court case is mentioning right here. Pye versus Blue Man Group Pub, LLC. That is a case that you guys can go and look up right here. I'll highlight it for you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This case right here. Pye versus Blue Man Group Pub, LLC. You guys can go look that case up right now. That case is a case that is being used to prove that the URL tried to cut Norbes out when it came close to a bigger deal. Because now, had they had to cut him in on that deal, Norbes would definitely know he was not on that LLC. Likewise, plaintiff's quasi-contract claims may stand. It is clear from the complaint that there was a decade-long course of conduct which involved plaintiffs rendering services and defendants accepting those services to the benefit of the overall enterprise. You understand? So now the courts are stating they know for sure. Norbes worked with them for almost a decade. They know for sure that there were financial transactions between Norbes and the URL and Norbes and different artists. They're saying this is what the court is saying right here in this statement, right? Now, next one. Plaintiff fails to state misrepresentation claims. Negligent misrepresentation. To state a claim for fraudulent misrepresentation, a plaintiff must allege a misrepresentation or a material omission of fact which was false and known to be false by the defendant, made for the purpose of inducing the other party to rely upon it, justifiable reliance of the other party on the misrepresentation or material omission, and injury. I know this shit sounds like a lot for y'all, but don't worry about it. I'm well spoken. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right. I'm going to break all this shit down for y'all. We on page 11 right now. We're on page 11 right now. So, now, count two. This is count two of the complaint. Hey, hold on. They talking dirty. Okay. Count two of the complaint for fraudulent misrepresentation asserts that defendants released false statements to third parties that plaintiff was fired as an employee and no longer involved in doing business on behalf of the Ultimate Rap League. Plaintiff alleges that the defendants never represented plaintiff as anything but a partner in the URL. Over more than a decade with the Ultimate Rap League, defendants never represented an IRS, they never presented an IRS form, W-2, or 1099 to plaintiff. Defendant statements were made by defendants with the sole purpose of defrauding plaintiff. Okay, count three of the complaint for negligent misrepresentation is searched for over 10 years. Plaintiff never alleges. Plaintiff fails to state, okay, plaintiff's 13 cause of action for defendants and defamation alleges. Okay, on a written statement from the URL on or about April 28th, defendant said plaintiff was no longer involved in the URL. In interviews with bloggers, defendant Mitchell, okay, this is where it's getting doity. This is where it gets doity. It gets doity. This is where it gets doity. Okay, this is where it gets doity. Because now he's talking about smack. Now he's talking about smack. This is where it gets dirty. Okay. In a written statement from the URL on or about April 28th, 2020, defendants, make sure y'all share this. Share this and hit that like button. I am going to read this for y'all. Share this to Twitter, share it to Facebook, tag everybody, and hit that like button. Because nobody's going to do this. No media is going to do this. They're afraid to go against the URL. It's not even going against them. It's reading and letting people know what's going on. They're afraid to do that. They're afraid to do that. No one's going to do it, so I'm going to do it. Salute the Battle Truth. He might be the only one that may go and do it. Salute the Battle Truth. He might be the only one that goes and do this. Salute the Chris Unbiased. He's the only one that had the guts to do the Untold Truth for Norbes. So, in a written statement from the URL on or about the day of April 28th, 2020, defendant said that plaintiff was no longer involved with the URL. In interviews with bloggers, defendant Troy Mitchell, aka Smack, and defendant Beasley, Eric Beasley, knew the statement would get out to thousands of URL followers, knowingly made the false and defamatory statements about plaintiff. In the alternative, defendants negligently made false and defamatory statements about Norbes. Between October 31st, 2009 and present, defendants held events in New York where they sold tickets. Defendants used plaintiff's name and likeness on promotional flyers and social media posts to advertise the event. This advertisement was done without the written consent of Norbes. Smash that like button, y'all. We about to get crazy. Smash that like button. We about to get crazy. Smash that like button. Okay? So, let's get crazier. We're about to get deeper in this. So, this is where accordingly, right? This is where they're going to break it down for you. Accordingly, it is hereby ordered that the motion to dismiss the complaint is granted to the extent of directing the clerk to serve. Directing the clerk to sever and dismiss counts 1. Wrongful dissolution. 2. Misrepresentation. 3. Negligent misrepresentation. 5. Breach of oral joint venture of partnership agreement. 6. Breach of implied covenant. 10. Equitable accounting. 12. Conversion. 13. Defamation. 14. Declaratory relief. 15. Declaratory relief, dissolution by decree. And 16. So 11 out of the 16 counts that Norbes put in were dismissed. 5 of them stand. Ordered that the motion to dismiss the complaint is denied. So they dismissed 11 out of 16 complaints, but they kept 5 of them. 11 of those are dismissed, but 5 was kept. These are the 5 motions that the court kept. That the motion to dismiss the complaint is denied. Breach of fiduciary duties. That means the court wants to look into the URL's money. Share the stream, hit the like button, let everybody know this is where they can find this court case being broken down at, because nobody else is breaking this down. Nobody else is going to break this down. Y'all don't know law, and I'm not going to say y'all don't know. For those who don't know law, I'm going to break this down for you. Just common. There's a lot of these things is common and logic, right? Fiduciary duty. They want to look into the URL's money. Promissory Estoppel. Unjust enrichment. They got money off of this dude in the company, made plenty of money, got a bigger deal, but he was not part of that. Because then they would have had to let him know, and he would have found out he wasn't on that LLC. Okay? And quantum merit, violation of the right of publicity. These claims will proceed to discovery, and it is further. They are going to dig, the courts are going to dig into the finances. Ordered that defendants shall answer the remaining cause of action in the complaint within 20 days. The URL has 20 days to answer from the time of this motion. Wow. This is the 22nd. The URL has 20 days to answer. Y'all see it right there. I'm going to highlight it for y'all. I'm going to highlight it for y'all right now. I'm going to highlight it for y'all right now. Ordered. So y'all can see it. You see that right there? They got 20 days to answer the court on those 5 motions that weren't dismissed. They got to open up their finances and let the courts know what's going on with this money. Huh? Now, how crazy is that? They come into a big dookie bag. Instead of saying, yo, you know what? Yo, you put in this, I'll put in that, you put in that, we take this, yo, Bees, go drop that off. Beasley's the one that's cool with Come on. Yes, him and Bees was like this. Never been to Smack's house, but him and Bees was like this. And you trying to tell me y'all couldn't give him nothing? And now look, because they didn't want to give him anything, right? Because they didn't want to give him anything, look what's happening. Now they got 20 days to answer to the courts. How crazy is that? Why would you play with somebody? You fired a person, you didn't give him severance pay. All he needed was a little bit of money and it would have never got this far. But now the URL now the URL got 20 days. Y'all see it right there, it's highlighted. The URL got 20 days to answer to the court now. It's silly. It's just silly, bro. Yo, listen. The niggas could have, Caffeine, Fox, Viacom, whatever money was allocated off of that bag. I'm not pocket watching or nothing, but whatever was allocated off of that bag, they could have said, yo, I don't know what it was. They could have gave Smack, Norbes, and Chico $5 apiece. If them niggas would have took $1 million apiece and said, yo, here, Norbes. If they would have just took $1 million, I bet you Norb might have not complained at all. I got $1 million severance pay? Bruh. And it's so sad because that number 40 wasn't the number that Norbes picked. Norbes didn't pick that number. So this is what's so scary, right? If Norbes wasn't the one who picked the number 40 million, who do you think picked it? His lawyers picked that number. You think they was trying to reach too far when they said 40? No. You know why they wasn't reaching far? Because they did their homework. They know the URL's app is popping. They know that the URL got at minimum 100,000 subscribers every single month. That's 800,000 a month. On minimum. But they got over 1 million on YouTube. So what if they really had 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers on the app? Paying $8 a month. You see what I'm saying? So now when these lawyers start looking at numbers and then they're looking at contracts and finances, they're looking at everything. Everything. So now even if they're not getting money off tickets now, all that money from back then has to be accounted for so that way it could be brought here. And Norbes can be taken care of. That's how crazy it is. Oh, so this money was made, but nothing over here was accounted for? Okay, cool. So y'all gonna have to find out how to get that money, recoup that, do whatever y'all gotta do. And that's going on whatever he's getting on his back end. Because he has proof of the money that he spent. Well, do y'all have proof that y'all actually paid him everything that was owed to him? Man. Man, oh man. Whoever that judge is, matter of fact, we can look the judge up. Let's look the judge up. Whoever that judge is, let's look that up. Let's look this up. Because whoever that judge is, obviously is not playing. Whoever that judge is not playing. You know why? What I noticed in this whole thing right here, like I said, out of 16 different orders for motions to be dismissed, they dismissed 11 out of 16, kept 5. Out of those 5, the most dangerous ones, I'm going to tell you right now. The most dangerous ones, right? Breach of fiduciary duty and unjust enrichment. We're going to break those down for you. I'm going to break that down for you right now. Breach of fiduciary duty and unjust enrichment. Unjust enrichment. In laws of equity, unjust enrichment occurs when one person is enriched at the expense of another in circumstances that the law sees as unjust. So, listen to me. The judge is telling you that he feels
by looking over the paperwork that the URL got rich off Norbes' work. That's what the court is saying. The court is breaking this down at that is unjust enrichment. Unjust enrichment is when a party, an individual, or a group of individuals come up off of another person's labor. That's what unjust enrichment is. So the court is telling you, we will dismiss. The court said, okay, URL, you put in a motion to dismiss. The URL's motion to dismiss is granted on 11 out of 16 motions. 11 of those counts. So 11 of those counts are dismissed. But the judge looked over the court case and said, unjust enrichment. You guys got rich off of this man's labor. That's one. Okay? Let's move on to the next. I'm going to break this down for y'all, because this is something that people won't do in battle rap. These bloggers and everybody, they're not going to do this. They're afraid. They're not going to do it. They're trying to protect themselves and everything. I'm going to break this down for y'all. So here we got unjust enrichment. And what was the other? Breach of fiduciary duty. Remember what I said. The only reason why I'm reading these 5 out for you, because breach of fiduciary duty and unjust enrichment are the 2 that are the most scary for the URL. I'm going to tell you right now. Breach of fiduciary duty. And y'all like that. Yeah, and a lot of these things, give me a second. Breach of fiduciary duty. Here we go. Right here. Break it down. A breach of fiduciary duty occurs when the fiduciary acts in the interest of themselves or the principal. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. What you say, bro? What? Make sure you put your thing on mute, because I can hear myself in the background. Yeah, mute it. So we can continue.
They should have settled out of court. Norbes put in a lot of legwork for the company. You got to think of it as a company. They were a company. They should have settled out of court. It's about to get very, very ugly for the URL. Because of like you said before, the judge. The judge is looking at over this case and everything, and like you said, he put in legwork. Norbes discovered a lot of people, and he put a lot of events together, just like a company. You know what I mean? Just like any company, you have to look at this just like a company. And a lot of people here look at it as entertainment.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this is a company, and Norbes is about to get paid.
Yeah.
Any way you put it, the amount we don't know, but he's about to get paid. He's definitely about to get paid. You know, but BattleThon, keep doing your thing, man. I'm rocking with you.
Yo, brother, I appreciate you, man. Shout out your state and your city, man. That's love.
Oh, man, Arkansas in the building.
Oh, man, salute to Arkansas, man. Jermaine Taylor. BattleThon, man, we appreciate you, man. I appreciate you calling up.
Alright, man. You have a good one.
You too. So, and you hear it. The man just called up. Salute to the whole Arkansas. Salute to Little Rock. Salute to Jermaine Taylor. I definitely was watching you when I was young. I definitely put a few paws on people watching Jermaine Taylor, like, oh, okay. So now check this out, right? Where was I at? Breach of fiduciary duty. A breach of fiduciary duty occurs when the fiduciary acts in the interest of themselves. Do you hear that? A breach of fiduciary duty occurs when the fiduciary acts in the interest of themselves rather than the best interest of the employer or principal. A fiduciary's actions must be free of conflicts of interest and self-dealing. Do you guys understand? That means that Beasley, Chico, Smack are the fiduciaries. They must act in a manner according to the company that will help everybody, not only just Chico, Beasley, and Smack. That means they had to do things and conduct business in a manner that would help Norbes as well, and they didn't do that. So the judge highlighted that. Once again, I will highlight this for you guys so you can see it. I will highlight this for you guys so you can see it. This is what the judge is saying is the issue in the case. This is what the judge is saying is the issue in the case right there. That's the issue right there. That's what the judge is saying is the issue right there. That right there. Let me expand this. Fuck it. I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care at this point. I'm about to just expand it. So, how do you guys feel about this? Tell me how you guys feel about this. Tell me how you guys feel about this. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button and share the stream. Share it to Facebook. Share it to Twitter. I'm only going to come up here and rock out with y'all if I got substance to talk about. And this right here has to be spoken about because these are facts. If being a fan of your favorite battle rapper is all about facts, then I'm speaking facts then. This is what I'm speaking facts about battle rap. We're speaking facts today and every other day. No cap. And you don't even have to worry about anybody saying, oh, where'd you get that information? Or, oh, you shouldn't be, because New York State has a website. And I will put that website up for you guys. As a matter of fact, I'll put the link up for y'all if y'all want the link. I'll put the link up for y'all if y'all want the link. There goes the link right there. So y'all know that it's no game. There goes the link right there. Y'all can click on that link and go and view the court case right now. Hit that like button. Put pressure on that like button. Y'all can go and review this court case right now if you want. Let's continue. Let's continue. Ordered that the defendant shall answer the remaining cause of action in the complaint within 20 days of the decision in order. Parties shall comply with the preliminary conference order. A status conference is scheduled for June 22nd at 12 o'clock. See that? Highlight that for y'all if y'all need me to. June 22nd, there is a conference. Whether that will be between Norbes, his lawyers, and the URL, or whether it would just be Norbes' lawyer and the URL's lawyer. Or lawyers, rather, because this is in the Supreme Court once again. So this is not a matter that is dealt with just one individual lawyer. Things of this nature, you need a team of lawyers working on the case. So this may be a conference for just the lawyers. None of their clients. Clients may not even be in attendance. But it's definitely going to get ugly. Norbes is about to get paid. Norbes is about to get paid. I am Evihano. Salute, G's. Good 7. Salute, Good 7. Smack should just settle now. I wonder what their lawyers are thinking now. Right, it's deep. Right. So please, guys, hit that like button. Please hit that like button, y'all, because I'm going to keep dropping knowledge on y'all. Salute to knowledge to God. Please hit that like button, y'all. I'm going to keep dropping knowledge on y'all. Please. I'm going to keep dropping knowledge on y'all. Right? So check this out, right? This how deep it is, right? This how deep it is, right? If they would have just paid Norbes, they wouldn't be going through this. The judge feels like there's something going on. The judge feels like there's something going wrong, right? That's the part where I would have said, you know what? It's time to back out. But look how dark it gets, right? The URL, the lawyers that they have are top lawyers. These are not no regular lawyers. These are top lawyers in the country, right? But if they were smart, wouldn't they just tell their clients to settle? Or would they drag their clients along further so that way they can get more money out of them? Hmm? If the law, do you guys think that the URL lawyers know that they already lost this case, but they're just trying to get more money from the URL? Based upon what I read? Now let's keep going. We're going to keep going. See if there's anything I missed for y'all so I can, because this is bad. I'm telling y'all. All right, so now hold on. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and break this down for y'all so y'all can understand. Okay, so look. All of these are the motions. All of these are the motions that the URL got dismissed. All of these got dismissed for the URL, but all of these are on. So fiduciary duty. What did I say? Fiduciary duty. The fiduciaries would be Beasley, Chico, and Smack. A fiduciary has to act in accordance to the manner that they are doing things to benefit everybody as a whole and not only for themselves. The judge said that motion is granted. He wants to review, right? Unjust enrichment. When the parties make actions and benefit off the work of another individual without mutual earnings, without mutual revenue being shared, without a mutual financial agreement, mutual compensation rather, and that's the case. This is what the judge is saying. Let's look up promissory estoppel. Let's look up promissory estoppel. Let's look this up. Promissory estoppel. I'm going to break all of this down for y'all. We're going to run through this so that way y'all know what it is. Promissory estoppel is the legal principle that a promise is enforceable by law, even if made without formal consideration, when a promiser has made a promise to a promisee who then relies on that promise to his subsequent detriment. So, that is saying that the judge is saying, if you verbally told this man that he's a partner, and you verbally told this man that he's part of this company, you guys have to keep up on that verbal promise. And how I know a lot of people are like, well, how could the courts even say that? How can the courts prove that there was a verbal agreement? Why? Because if you can't find belief in what a person says, what do you do next? If you can't believe in what a person says, what is the next thing to do? You look at what they do. You look at their actions. So if the court looks at anything that was done between the URL and Norbes within the past 10 years, and the judge himself finds any cause in there to believe that, oh yeah, he's been doing business with them for 10 years, and oh yeah, he did make transactions from his accounts, and oh yeah, they do owe him a lot of money because they made this much but only paid him this much. If the judge clearly sees that in the case, and the judge is stating that he wants to look into the URL's finances the URL, not only does he want to look into their finances, but he feels that the URL did not live up to their end of the bargain with Norbes by verbally saying you are a partner. And the judge also feels like, based upon the fiduciary duties, that the URL, Beasley, Chico, and Smack, the URL made money off of Norbes' work. Yes, that's what the judge is stating. Let's keep going. We can keep going. We're going to keep breaking this down. Y'all call up if y'all want. Y'all see the number right there. Y'all can call up. All right. Unjust quantum merit. Let's look that up. We'll break all of this down. It's one thing. Thank God I graduated Regis diploma, kid. One of the best high schools. Reading is fundamental, literally. So I can do this for y'all all day. So, quantum meru, a reasonable sum of money to be paid for services rendered or work done when the amount due is not stipulated in a legally enforceable contract. Once again, like I just said, I love y'all, but y'all gotta listen to me, because when I speak, I don't talk just to talk. This is why a lot of the times these guys can run out, get content, go up, run to their computer, just talk about anything, and y'all will go for it because it's the norm. But when the person is talking about law and speaking about facts and money, now y'all want to real rap? This is real rap. Listen to me. I just said everything that the judge goes back and looks at and says, they made $100,000 at this event. He only got 5. When the judge goes back and looks and witnesses this, the judge is going to say, hey, you guys owe him this amount of money for this event. It's 4 y'all. He only got 5. So that means that y'all took what? 32 apiece, 31.5 apiece, and left him with 5. You guys owe him that 20,000 from that event. You owe him 30,000 from this event. You owe him 50,000 from this event, right? That's that money from the events, right? Then the judge is going to say, how much money did you guys make off the caffeine? Because whatever you guys made in thirds, you're going to have to break that off to make a fourth. Then the judge is going to say, are there any events that you used where he had artists that he was responsible for putting at these events? Does Norbes get back compensation for artists that are still being compensated that he contributed to putting in the URL from back then? Are there laws for individuals who recruit and scout for entertainment purposes? Are there laws that cover that? Because if there are laws that cover that, then the judge can now go back even further and say, you know what? A scout working for a company that's making X amount of dollars is supposed to make X amount of money. You guys not only owe him the money that you're supposed to give him from the events, but you owe him the dollar amount that he's supposed to get for each recruit up until that contract was deceased or until he was terminated. Do you understand how much money? You understand how much money this man could be getting? On top of whatever. If New York State judge, let me look up this judge's name. I'm gonna look up this judge's name right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Pardon me. Pardon me. About to look up this judge's name right now. Your Honor. Barry R. Ostringer. So this is it. Yo, listen, you could literally Google all of this stuff. This is all public knowledge. Like, I put the link up for y'all. Y'all can go and look the link up. Y'all can go and click on the link, and y'all can go and see everything. Y'all can go and look it up yourself. But I'm about to keep breaking it down for y'all. Hold on. Yo,
my bad, but I didn't even know you were still coming, Brody. I know it.
Oh, no, you good. It's all right, brother. I will be there in a little bit. I'm live streaming right now. I thought you was a caller. Calling to talk about the topic on my YouTube, but my bad. It's all right, brother. I understand. Things happen. So as soon as I finish my live, I will definitely call you, and I will head over there. All right. Peace out. Yeah, I'm thinking that he's a caller. Pardon me. So let's look up this. Let's look up this judge right here. Barry R. Ostringer. Let's look up Barry. See what Barry talking about. So now, let's talk about the judge that's on the case for the URL versus Norbes. I know y'all like, how you gonna smoke and still be able to talk? Watch me work. Justice Barry R. Ostringer received his undergraduate degree from the City College of the City University of New York in 1968. He was appointed to New York Court of Claims by Governor Andrew Cuomo in June of 2015. The Court of Claims. So, this judge is all about money. He served as an acting New York Supreme Court justice assigned to the Commercial Division. In June 2017, Cuomo appointed him to the New York State Supreme Court, and he remains assigned to the Commercial Division. Prior to his appointment, except for a federal judicial clerkship, he spent his entire pre-judicial career at Simpson, Thatcher, and Bartlett, becoming a partner in 1980 and serving as chair of the firm from 1999 to 2011. As a frontline trial and appellate litigator, Justice Ostringer tried many multi-billion-dollar cases. Listen, yo, I'm about to walk out my fucking room. I'm about to walk out my room. I'm about to walk out. Do y'all understand how crazy this is for the URL right now? This is what I mean by dissecting, breaking it down. Because once you hit the basic level and it's real, you keep digging. Oh, it gets real. You keep digging. Oh, it's realer. You keep digging. Oh, this is real. This is real, y'all. Did you hear what I just read? Bro, the judge, as a frontline trial and appellate litigator, Justice Ostringer tried many multi-billion-dollar cases to verdict and argued scores of appeals, including 2 successful arguments before the United States Supreme Court. Oh my God! And this is the judge that's saying that the URL breached fiduciary duties. They breached those fiduciary duties by making a lot of money off of Norbes and the work that he put in to the company in the past 10 years. Because if he didn't do all the work that he did in 10 years, how would they have secured that deal with caffeine? Well, is that a guarantee? No. Because talent comes with that. Caffeine is not just looking at, oh, Smack, Beasley, Chico. No. They're not just looking at, oh, Drake is a face. No. They're saying, what stars do you have? They got stars. Can you bring us views? And how do they bring them views? Because they got stars. And how were most of these stars found? Norbes found a lot of them, a good portion of them. And this judge is known for multi-billion-dollar cases in the Supreme Court. Come on, y'all. Bruh, hit that like button, share the stream, share the Twitter, share the Facebook, tag everybody. Because at this point, I'm looking at this like this, the same way I was looking at it before. If the judge decides to go into finances, the judge will actually go as far as looking at how much the artists were paid. And if the judge has to do that, then the judge is going to have to look at every single event and every artist on the cards of these events. All because the URL didn't want to pay Norbes? Do y'all see how selfish that is? Do y'all see how selfish that is? The reason why the judge is going to have to go into their finances is because the URL didn't want to pay Norbes. Battle rappers may be exposed to circumstances that are unnecessary because the URL didn't want to pay Norbes. Bro, this sounds crazy, bro. It's just sad, man. Like, it's sad, man. But then you look back at how they treated Murder Mook. When Smack said, yo, I'm not giving you that amount of money. I'm not giving you that amount of money. What? Mook said, damn, that hurt me. Smack is like, my brother, like, you feel like I'm not worth that? Like, that hurt Mook. Like, you feel like I'm not worth that 25K? Like, but now look, he's getting 5, 6, 7 times that. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? So, thank you, Smack. Thank you, Beasley. Thank you, Chico. You did it. You guys did it. Let's continue. Yo, look what this says. Justice Ostringer is the co-author of the handbook on insurance coverage disputes. Yo, the judge in this case wrote books on financial law. He has books on financial law that are in the libraries. You guys can go and read these laws that he helped cement. Do you understand how dangerous this is for the URL, y'all? Y'all can call up still. The number's still up. Y'all can call up. Cash apps are accepted. Donations are accepted. Super chat is accepted. I don't care if it's $1, $2. Donations are accepted. Because all that's going to do is make me get better equipment for y'all so I can continue to give y'all better quality on these streams. Better quality on content for battle rap. Better quality content overall. Everything is accepted. If y'all want to call up, call up. 845-445-7868. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's bad, man. It's bad. They got a judge working on the case that wrote financial law. The man has wrote books on financial law. So now he's going to and it's crazy because I would never have even given a thought about caring about talking about this. But the fact that I know that something was wrong, I just know something, I
I know something was going wrong. And I'm like, okay, something's not right, because common sense to me is common sense. Once I heard he wasn't on the LLC, once I heard that, I was like, so they are shiesty. That was my whole look towards it. Once we got news of that, he wasn't on the LLC. It's bad. This is bad. Let me look up the rest of these. I think it's 2 more that I gotta look at for y'all. 2 more terms I gotta look at for y'all. 2 more. What's the other 2? Okay, Promissory Estoppel under Quantum Meru. Breach of Fiduciary is 1. Promissory Estoppel. Unjust Enrichment. Let's see. We got. Give me 1 second. Breach of fiduciary duty, promissory estoppel, unjust enrichment, quantum meru. Okay, and violation of the right of publicity. Okay, I'm gonna read. We're gonna look up that one right there. Okay. Check this out, right? The right of publicity is violated when the unauthorized commercial use of a plaintiff's identity occurs. The right of publicity is violated when the unauthorized commercial use of a plaintiff's identity occurs. Now, this is what the judge chose to uphold as the motions he wanted to move forward with in court, because the URL put in a motion to dismiss 16 counts. Only 11 of those 16 counts got dismissed. 5 of them stood, which are all right here. These are the counts right there that got dismissed. A commercial use occurs when the defendant offers the plaintiff's identity to promote the sale of products, services, or fundraising. Wow. Once again, what did I just say? Everything that I'm saying logically, the judge is upholding in the court. They dismissed all of the book. They said, no, there was no defamation. We didn't defame his name. We didn't put out any false statement. They dismissed all the defamatory claims. 11 counts, most of them defamatory claims, right? 5 of those claims that are upheld are the most damaging to the URL's case. There's nothing that the URL could do now, because they have a judge who, this judge wrote financial laws, multiple books on financial law, insurance coverage, and won 2 Supreme Court cases. Do you understand how dangerous that is for the URL? So, once again, let me read this for y'all. What does it say right here? What does it say right here? Violation of the right of publicity, right, is when unauthorized commercial use. When Norbes said in his complaint that they used a trailer with his face, and they couldn't do that, they messed up. They should have never did that. They should have never, ever did that. Any trailers or anything that they used from when Norbes is working with the company, any material that they used from when Norbes is working with the company,
they got to pay him for any money they made off of that event. That's what a right of publicity, a violation is. They violated his right of publicity by publicizing him in any format. In any format. Identity. Meaning, when they say identity, they don't just mean your face. They mean anything that a person can associate you and identify you with. If there was material up there from a Born Legacy 2, and Norbes was at that event, and he helped put that event together, but they used a snippet from a trailer after they fired Norbes on caffeine, they have to pay Norbes for the money they made on that event with caffeine. Yes. Yes. That's a violation of publicity. Why? Because we can all look at that trailer and we can see a piece of the trailer and say, oh, that was from Born Legacy. Damn, I remember when Norbes was killing it at those events. I remember when Norbes found this person. I remember when Norbes said he was bringing this person to... And we're like, hold on. But Born Legacy 2 was back then. Why are they putting that piece of a snippet in the trailer? Exactly. Compensation. So let me ask y'all a question. It's a lot of y'all in here. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all feel the URL is wrong for not compensating Norbes and allowing it to get this far? Do y'all feel the URL is wrong if the judge decides to look into the finances of these artists? If the judge says, yo, I want to see how much money Geechee Gotti made, I want to see how much money this person made, that person, if they do that, because this is a financial judge. I just told you who this judge is. This judge was appointed 40 years ago. The man has almost 50 years in and has books written on financial law. So my question to you guys is, if the judge decides to look into all of these artists' finances, is the URL wrong for allowing it to get this far? That's my question to y'all. Y'all can call up. Y'all can tag whoever y'all want to tag. Y'all can share it. Y'all can share this to Twitter. Tag URL. I don't care. Share it to Facebook. Share it to wherever. Tag who you want to tag. Because this is leaders not properly leading. This is not how you handle business. It's not smart. We've seen all of the incidents that happened over the years in the past 2 decades with artists like Busta Rhymes, artists like P. Diddy. He got into with Steve Stout, bottle over the head. Now they friends again. You understand what I'm saying? Jay-Z getting into situations, got to settle out of court. You heard the rhetoric. Jigga hit me over the head with a champagne bottle at the bar. Can he buy me a car? Nah. How does that equate to... Like, we saw the situations. But Norbes is definitely old. That's one thing we can say. That's one thing we can say. I just want y'all to tell me that. Because I'm going to talk regardless of how anybody feels. I'm going to speak the truth regardless of how anybody feels. Can't nobody tell me I can't speak the truth. The truth is the truth. It's there for you to read it. It's there for me to read it. The difference between me and everybody else is I speak on what I want to speak on. I don't talk about what people want to hear. People want to just hear, oh, what happened last night? Okay, cool. I got plenty of, we spoke about that. People just want to hear what they want to hear. Nah, I'm going to tell y'all about what's really going on behind the scenes. This court case right here. This court case. So once again, after me reading this court case, if there's anybody in here who's just coming in here, please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Please hit that like button if you're just coming into the room. If there's anybody in here who got questions for me, ask questions. If there's anybody in here who got questions pertaining to this case, if you want me to reread anything, which I will do, please feel free. Okay? Please put some likes. Put some pressure on them likes. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to give y'all this knowledge, man, because this is real talk.
The judge is a financial judge who's been at it. Once again, let me go and check this out again because I might have took some years off of my man Barry. Might have took some years off of my man Barry. He got his degree in 1968. Come on. Man got his the judge graduated in 1968. Come on, man. That right there. The judge, look, for anybody that's just coming into the room, URL dug themselves a grave. Happens a lot when street guys try to go legit and don't know the legal business game. Yo, salute to JJ De Los Santos. Okay? Salute to my man JJ De Los Santos. Okay? Salute to my man JJ De Los Santos. Yo, he couldn't have said it any better. When street dudes get into business and try to go legit and they don't know how to go about it the legal way, that's exactly the point and case here with the URL. With Smack, Beasley, and Chico. Beasley was texting Norbes every day. They spoke every day. They were like best friends. Norbes told y'all in the Untold Truth. So, how smart is it for Beasley to continue to allow this case to be dragged out when all they had to do was hand him some money? That's it, bro. Yo, salute, Chris. Salute. That's it. Yo, love from London. Salute to the whole London. Yo, you know what's so crazy? My last name is Davenport. I gotta come out. I've been saying this too, even in the pandemic. I gotta figure out a way, man. I can get around this thing to go to London, man. Because London, my last name is definitely an English last name. So I gotta go out there. I know we got Davenport University in London. We got the couches. Don't sit on the Davenport. That's what they call couches, Davenport. So, you know, I got to come out there and check it out. Salute to Stretch Global. Salute to JJ De Los Santos. Salute to Good 7. Y'all mean, y'all please hit that, put some pressure on them likes, y'all. We got 9, 10 people in the room, 6 likes. Please put some pressure on them likes, y'all. Get them likes up so we can get crazy here, because I'm going to keep going. Like I said, if there's anything y'all want me to reread, I will reread it. But this judge right here, like I said, this judge graduated in 1968. Salute from Bosnia, Benjamin Prajic. Benjamin Prajic. Huh? Salute. Salute, Benjamin. Salute to the whole Bosnia. Shout out to Bosnia. I'm coming out to Bosnia too. Salute to Bosnia. Bosnia showing love on BattleThon. Salute to Bosnia. I was just telling my peoples, we got videos that we got to shoot. I told them we got to go to Germany. I told them we got to hit up Russia crazy. We got to hit up Russia crazy. We're going to come out there with the trench coats, with the fur under them, vampire fangs, you know, regular. We're going to come out there and give y'all some good content. Word. Definitely. We're going to come out there and give y'all some good work out there. Word. Great music videos. We're going to come out there and make movies out there. Word. Salute to Bosnia. Salute to Bosnia. So, yeah, if any of y'all want to call up, like I said, 845-445-7868. Y'all can definitely call up. Let me make sure I got the ringer on, and I apologize if anybody did try to call and I missed. Look like somebody tried to call and I missed. Somebody tried to call. Somebody trying to call and I missed it. My apologies. I definitely missed it. I definitely missed it. Let me... Yo, this Norbes right here. Norbes just hit me up. This Norbes right here. It's my man right here. Yo, listen. I fuck with him. This is my thing, though. I always will go to events. Like my first year, when I was crashing mad battle rap events, I was crashing battle rap events. And I would go to these events, yo, and I would literally see Norbes. I'm like, damn, this is not a URL event, but Norbes was there putting in work. Hosting events,
trying to scout and see who's going to be the next up-and-coming star from the New York tri-state area. You understand? Had stars, people coming, driving from different areas. You understand? People driving. I'm at a We Go Hard event. Salute the We Go Hard. You had a kid, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid driving with his pops from like Arkansas or something like that. I think it was like Arkansas or Tennessee. It was something like that. I was like, word? Dude is fire. Young boy was set. 14 years old, yo, this kid was nice, bro. I said, nah, yo, battle rap is it, bro. I fell in love, bro. I fell in love going to these small events. But my whole point is, when I was going to these small events, I was seeing Norbes, bro. I wasn't seeing nobody. I saw Norbes at a lot of these small events, bro. I can't sit here in front like I didn't see him there. I saw him at these events. You understand what I'm saying? When I was going to URL events at Irving Plaza, Gramercy Theater, Stage 48, when I was going to URL events, what I used to do is, because when I got to these events, I would see 15 Minutes of Fame and Hip Hop Is Real would get there way later. They would get there 12, 1 o'clock. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to start coming to the event at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Stand on line, and when the line builds up, I'm going to go to the back of the line and shout all the fans out. I did that. I'm not saying that I invented that, but that was one of my things. Who would I see talking to people on the line? Norbes. Norbes is on the line talking to people, stopping, chopping it up with people, especially because he's such a battle rap fan that if you say something on that line that catches his ear, Norbes is going to stop and talk to you. Norbes put in his work, man. Norbes put in his work. He did that. Norbes put in his work, man. So, I'm going to break down these things for y'all one more time. And then I'm going to slide out. I'm going to give y'all this, I'm going to give y'all this bar for bar. Arsenal and Kid Chaos versus B. Dot and Real Sick. I'm going to give y'all Arsenal and Kid Chaos first round when I end this live stream. But before I end the stream, we're going to break down these last Smack White. We waiting for you. Stretch Global. Couldn't this potentially put the future of URL in jeopardy? Stretch Global, salute. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. Stretch Global said, couldn't this potentially put the future of the URL in jeopardy? Depending on, no. I'm going to say no. Because, you know what? Possibly. It could possibly put the future of the URL in jeopardy. Why? I'm going to tell you why it could and why it couldn't. If they have to wind up paying him large sums of money, and it goes into future funds that they don't currently have, but the company, which is Caffeine, has to give, and they say this is coming out of your future expenses, which we haven't even gotten to for events that aren't even planned yet. If that is the case, then Caffeine can say, you know what? We don't want to do business with you guys anymore. Y'all are a bunch of street ruffians, hood boogers, backyardigans, and we don't want to do business with y'all no more. That could be the case. Caffeine could say that. They could say, we're done. This is it. This is not how we expected business to go. Or, Caffeine, being as powerful as they are, with Fox and Viacom backing them, Fox and Viacom is very strong. Paramount. They own a lot of companies. So, Caffeine can say, you know what? This is pennies. Give them 20. Caffeine can say that. Give them 20. Give them 20 M's. Tell them to beat it. Don't worry about it. we're projecting to make 150 this year. It can go either way. Because Caffeine, Viacom, Fox is the powerhouse. URL is bringing the talent and the views. But if they feel like the talent and the views isn't worth the finances, the hassle, then they could separate themselves. So it could go either way. It could definitely go either way. JJ De Los Santos, he says Smack White will be an employed host like Jay Black and surfing them after this is all said and done. Nah, I ain't gonna front. Surf is gonna be good regardless. Surf is gonna be good regardless. And Jay Black will always be good. Why? Because that brother is not only educated, but he already has his own platform outside of the URL. He has his own platform. Granted, his platform is based 95%, 98% on battle rap content. He does sometimes venture off to talk about things that are not battle rap related. He has a channel also where he discusses music tracks that drop, that go viral, or he gives his recap on the songs. So Jay Black is good. Jay Black he's good. Jay Black is good. Surf is good. And either way, I still feel like the URL is good because once again, the URL has their app. That has nothing to do with Caffeine. I don't believe Caffeine has a piece of that. I don't think they have a piece of that. I hope not. I don't think they do. I don't think Caffeine has a piece of that. But the URL would be good. It could ruin future business for them, but not cripple the company. Because I don't think anyone could cripple the URL. I don't think anyone could cripple the URL. Because URL is the father of modern day battle rap. Like, this is it. Like, Smack, he has it right now. Like, he got it. Like, no one can take that away from him. You can't. Like, Smack could be like, yo, Caffeine, we don't want to rock with y'all right now. And go book some of the most craziest venues. And still get money on YouTube. Get the money off the battles. Still pull sponsors. Because there's many people out there that's willing to throw 20, 30,000 away for a sponsorship. Yo, I'll pay you 100 bands for the year, 10,000 a month. Yeah. There's people that's willing to do it. There's people, there's companies that are willing to do it. Because just as fast as Caffeine accepted the URL, you see how fast Switch accepted King of the Dot. It's simple. It's simple. Just as fast as Switch, just as fast as Caffeine accepted URL, Twitch accepted King of the Dot. Just like that. So it can happen. The URL can pretty much do whatever they want at this point. You know what I mean? A court case will not cripple them. It won't. Not going to cripple them at all. So, get back to this. Breach of fiduciary duty. I'm going to run this down for y'all one more time and I'm out of here. Breach of fiduciary duty. Give me 1 second. Let me get to this, y'all. It's going to pop right up. Here we go. A breach of fiduciary duty occurs when the fiduciary acts in the interest of themselves. So, first part, right here at the top, where I got highlighted. The first count that the judge upheld out of all the motions they dismissed, this is one of the first 5 that he upheld. The judge is basically stating that Chico, Beasley, and Smack acted in the interest of themselves rather than the best interest of the employer or principal. So they're saying even if Norbes was an employer, you guys still didn't act in his best interest. You still did him wrong. Promissory Estoppel. We're going to read that one again. Promissory Estoppel is the legal principle that a promise is enforceable by law, even if made without formal consideration, when a promisor has made a promise to a promisee who then relies on that promise to subsequent detriment. So what this is stating is that, what that is saying is that if you verbally told Norbes that he's a partner and you verbally told him y'all are working together, that you have to uphold that. Even if it's not written down, you have to uphold that. And there's proof to find that there's proof that you didn't uphold it. That's what the judge is stating. Next, number 3. We got breach of fiduciary, promissory estoppel, unjust enrichment. Once again, I remember what that one is. They made money off of Norbes' work, but he wasn't compensated. Unjust enrichment in laws of equity, equal. In laws of equity, finance. Unjust enrichment occurs when one person is enriched. So, unjust enrichment occurs when the URL gets rich at the expense of Norbes, and the law and court sees it as unjust. Unjust enrichment occurs when one person is enriched at the expense of another in the circumstances that the law sees as unjust. So if the law finds, the judge is based upon what I'm seeing, I find that Chico, Beasley, and Smack have enriched themselves. They have financially compensated in a big way off of Norbes' work, and it is not right. That's what the judge is saying. That's unjust enrichment. Next, quantum Meru, Latin. Quantum Meru, a reasonable sum of money to be paid for services rendered or work done when the amount due is not stipulated in a legally enforceable contract. Services rendered, like I said, every event that Norbes did back then, from beginning up until now, if the judge goes and says, based upon what they made at this event, 80,000, 100,000, 200,000, he only got this amount, but if there's 4 parties, he was to receive 25% or more. As a scout and a partner, because now you're doing more than one job. That judge can say, okay, you guys owe him 50,000 on this event, you owe him 20,000 on that event, on top of what you guys owe partially of the caffeine deal, on top of any piece of footage that you guys use from events from back in the day as pieces for a trailer now. It needs to be compensated for all of that. So URL basically has to stop using any footage from events that Norbes was at. That's 10 years worth of footage. That's basically what this judge is saying. Now, violation of the right of publicity. Once again, violation of the right of publicity is when one uses another person's identity for compensation, to make money off of it, without compensating the other party. We're going to read that for y'all. Hold on one second. Let me read the proper definition for y'all. The right of publicity is violated when the unauthorized commercial use of a plaintiff's identity occurs. Norbes is the plaintiff. A commercial use occurs when the defendant offers the plaintiff's identity to promote the sale of products, services, or fundraising. The URL promotes services. The services is live battle rap events. And they receive funds because of ads and streaming. Who receives the funds? Viacom and Fox have ventured on this partnership, or partnered on this venture, and they put up a big portion of the money. So if they fronted money, that means that it's allocated already. $250 million deal, $130 million allocate. This is strictly for them. They said, Fox and Viacom say, here, caffeine, 250 M's. 130, that going to them battle rap niggas. Them black people going to get us some views and them powers that we need to build up this ad revenue. Because the $250 million that they gave away is probably nothing compared to what Fox and Viacom is making off of them back ends. It's probably nothing compared to it. Nothing compared to it. Because of advertising, 24-hour streaming, constantly. I'm about to slide up out of here, y'all. About to slide up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. Love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, and stay true. Y'all been rocking with me. I'm going to continue to rock with you. Stay tuned. I got some business to take care of. I got to go see a client. Go make some money real quick. And make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Any comments y'all got, leave them. Any questions y'all got, leave them. If y'all ever want to text that 845-445-7868 number, feel free to do so. Okay? Any questions, anything. Y'all want any videos, y'all can call that number or text that number any time of the day and holler at ZYIR BattleThon. Love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, and stay true. You rock with me, I rock with you. Peace, y'all. One.